Hi, welcome to Newman's Nest. My name is Lana, and I am here today to talk to you about traveling to Vegas with kids. So, normally I wouldn't think about taking my kids along to a trip to Vegas, but we stopped in the area on our way down to the cruise port in San Diego for our last trip that we just did. And then we stopped on the way back home in Henderson, which is right outside of Las Vegas. And we had a really good time in the area. So I just wanted to go over what we did and some of the options there for families. And yeah, just maybe change the perception of Vegas as being only the strip for adults. So keep watching if you want to hear about our time in Vegas.
The Bellagio Fountains is so beautiful and it runs every 30 minutes up until 7:30 in the evening when then it starts going every 15 minutes and kids just love that. There's so many different water fountains and it goes up to I believe almost 500 feet in the air and it's just gorgeous. The Bellagio Conservatory is also a great free activity to do with kids. It is right inside of the the casino, and it is redesigned with each season. So there is seasonal decorations, and it is really just essentially a free botanical garden. So a lot of fun and beautiful for sure. Arty Museum is a multi-sensory art museum that includes digital art exhibits as well as scent that pairs along with the digital display. It is right off of the strip near the Bellagio. So for us, we went and visited the fountains as well as the art museum at the same time. And it was a really neat experience. It's a little on the pricey side, but the girls did enjoy it. And they also have an exhibit at the kind of the end of the experience that includes drawing your own art piece that they will then digitally display on the walls. So a really neat experience. There are multiple claw machine arcades in the Vegas area, so not just on the strip, but it's a lot of fun for kids. You can go grab some tokens from the machine and then go take your pick at whatever claw machine you want to grab a item from, and it's just a really fun experience. The High Roller is a Ferris wheel near the Link Hotel, and it's about a 30-minute experience, but it is a lot of fun to see the sights of the strip. And if you time it just right, like we did without even knowing, you can catch the Bellagio fountains from up above. So it's a really pretty view of the hotels, and yeah, a great way to see the city.
The Lake Mead National Recreation Area is also a really fun spot to get out and see. There's a lot of hiking. There's, of course, boating, fishing. You could go see the Hoover Dam. It's just a lot of great opportunities in that area.
While in the Vegas area, we stayed at a couple different properties. The first being a Marriott Vacation Club property called the Grand Chateau. It was about a block off of the Strip near the Bellagio, and so it was great that it was close enough to a lot of the Strip activities like the Bellagio fountains, the conservatory, the Arty Museum, but also it was nice that it was quiet enough that it was just a little bit removed from all of that hustle and bustle. The Grand Chateau has your typical guest rooms, but then also they have 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, and 3 bedroom villas that have full kitchens, which is always nice when you're traveling with family. They also have a couple different restaurants on property, and they have a rooftop pool and plenty of kids' activities. And so we had a great experience there. Their restaurant was really an awesome experience. We had a great meal, and then the girls, they got their Shirley Temples, so they were very happy to be there.
One of my biggest tips, if you are trying to stay close to the Strip with kids, is to find a property without a casino. The casinos add a lot of different elements, like just as simple as a lot of smoky atmosphere that really isn't super conducive to family-friendly activities. So I would just say try to stay away from casinos if that's your style. We also stayed at the Westin Lake Las Vegas Resort and Spa in Henderson, which is about 30 minutes outside of the Las Vegas Strip area. And it was a beautiful resort that had kind of a Moroccan theme with all the tiled mosaics, and it was on a reservoir that had a little beach access, so you could rent watercrafts. They had a gorgeous pool area. In full transparency, though, we did have a little bit of a bummer experience with their slide being closed, which I was hoping that would be open, and I didn't see any updates on their website for that, so that was kind of a bummer. But we had a great meal at one of their restaurants. They have multiple on site, and we had just a wonderful meal at Rick's, and it was a really relaxing time there. So that was also a great spot to be staying at if you were going to spend some time out at Lake Mead. It was really close to that. So a great time all in all. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I would love to hear what you and your family like to do in Vegas so that maybe we can do that on an upcoming trip. Or feel free to leave some questions down in the comments below. And we'll see you next time. Thanks again.